What's going on, guys? My name is Pone, the host with the most to compensate for. What's up, guys? Let's talk about my feelings. Let's do this. Let's talk about our feelings. So, this game, guys, this game surprised me. It wasn't what I was expected, but that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that in a negative, like it didn't live up to my expectations. It was just different. It wasn't what I was expecting out of Respawn Entertainment. So I'm going to kind of give you a breakdown as this is my first Titanfall video. I would really appreciate your support on this video, guys. A like would mean a lot to me. But anyways, so before we talk about the game and teach you a little bit about it, as this is my first impressions, I kind of want to talk to you guys about my overall experience in the beta so far. I played a few hours, I got everything unlocked. It's got your standard array of, weapons and attachments that you would expect out of any modern FPS. So you've got, your submachine guns, sniper rifles, shotguns, assault rifles, blah, 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 with your scopes and your optics and your extended mags and suppressors. All that stuff comes standard with most shooters. So that's all there. Now, what was impressive to me is how well the beta ran. There's yet to be one problem, one login issue, one disconnect, one hit detection problem. The game runs like a final product. That's what really surprised me. This has been one of the best beta experiences I've ever had. Not talking about the game overall, but the experience in the beta. It's run so smooth. And part of it may be because it's not overworked yet, and I'm sure there are going to be more problems as, because I have this early. As soon as more and more people have this, it could get a little overwhelmed, but I don't see the actual mechanics of the game getting crazy. So, the game, it handles great. It handles brilliantly, and it's smooth. I'm playing on the Xbox One right now. I don't have the luxury of a PC code quite yet, but hopefully I will in soon time. The Xbox One handles just as great as you would, coming from the guys that have so much experience in Call of Duty. It handles so great. I was afraid it was going to be horribly created. I was afraid that it was going to be clunky or something. Not so much the case. That is an irrational fear. It is brilliant. Now, one thing that you're going to see in this, and what really separates this game from the other games, is the maneuverability, the mobility, the verticality, just the overall moving about and map awareness. That is what separates the good players from the bad. Everyone can shoot a gun. Not everyone can climb the walls. Trust me, firsthand, I know this. It's like latching onto a breast for the first time. I struggled so hard, it took me so long, and I still don't have it mastered. I still don't have it. I didn't think that I would have to learn something like this. I found there are so many situations where I need to climb up on top of something, and I accidentally jump the wrong way, end up back asswards, and run into the wall with my butt or something. Like, I'm trying to aim one way, and I am jumping the wrong way. So it's going to take a little practice. I mean, some people will be better off than others, but I'm a guy that played a lot of Unreal Tournament. I know all about the double jumping and the wall jumping and the fast-paced mobility and everything needed from a game like that, Crisis, so on and so forth. So that's just what I'm talking about. Like, the game is just an entirely different type of feel. At first, I wasn't sure what I think about it, but I think they did a pretty good job at incorporating the Titans and the pilots in this game, too. The fact that they can coexist at such a simple level is brilliant to me. I was afraid that the pilots would just pretty much just be overran by any amount of Titans, and they actually have a pretty decent amount of arsenal to combat the Titans. You can sneak around. The pilots, for example, have abilities alongside the Titans too. The pilots have the abilities. For example, I go invisible. You can cloak, and you can get behind the Titans, jump up on top of them, do what they call a rodeo, and you can basically rip off the top of it and just start shooting down inside of it and start just tearing it apart. You can do some massive damage doing that. So sneakiness is great. On top of that, you have an anti-tank weapon, which is basically an anti-Titan weapon, excuse me. You have your secondary and your primary, and you customize your guns and you set up however you want, how you want to play, how aggressively you want to play. Choose the Titan. You can use the tank or the assault, whatever you want to do. Go with it and build it how you want to. The customization is pretty awesome, especially knowing that you can do it with this. You're going to see there's going to be moments where I actually put my hand up, and what I do is I absorb the shots that come at me, and I can reflect that and send it right back to the person doing it. Titans are very strong. Do not get me wrong. They do massive damage to infantry. Massive damage to pilots. They kill them in 3 to 5 shots. They just get just destroyed. On top of that, they have their ability, like I showed you. You just saw a minute ago where I shot the rockets. They have the standard gun. You have lots of customization to add to them. Lots of different abilities. There's so much in this game. And that's one thing that's a little bit overwhelming, is there's so many things that you need to learn about the game at the start. In between the movement, the mobility, the maneuverability, learning to get up on roofs. The person that knows how to move around a map properly is the person that's going to win the game. The first person that knows how to, scale a building and do everything and learn the routes is just definitely going to benefit. So as much as people are like, oh no, I want to use the best loadouts, it's not even so much about the best loadout. It's the person that can maneuver around the map the smoothest. So with that being there, hopefully you guys have appreciated this video, learned a little bit about it. As you see, there's lots of people running around. You can be killed by grunts. There are AI running around on the map. So not everyone you see is a player. They're computer controlled. And you kill them, and it limits down the time until your Titan is actually able to be called in. Your Titan can also be put into a follow mode or defense mode. So you don't even have to get inside of it and use it. You can actually still be on the ground, and you find your own strategies. You can have it follow you, and you can start, using RPGs and taking out the Titans while it fights the Titans too, or you can use your Titan as a distraction, get behind it, the enemy one, and start rodeoing it. There's lots of cool things to learn. Like I said, it's just a lot to take on as a first-time player. So just keep that into consideration. Learn to move about the map. That's really, really an essential part of this game. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I'd really appreciate it if you'd smack that like button. I will have a very, very nice sniper gameplay up tomorrow. Ridiculously good sniper gameplay. So have a great day, guys. Stay moist.